You manifest who you are, not what you want. I'm going to break this down to you and explain to you why this matters when it comes to aligning with all of your desires. Stick around for the end of the video. Okay, welcome to Patty's World. I'm Patty. I'm a transformational and manifestation coach, and I show you how to shift into the highest version of you. I show you how to embody the highest version of you so you manifest and create your dream life with ease because you're absolutely worthy. Because if the desire exists within you, you're meant to have it. That God within you is moving you in that direction. You have to allow and believe and manifest what you are, not what you want. And here's the key difference. Ready? What we mean, and a lot of coaches say this, what we mean when we say you manifest who you are, it's who you believe you are, whatever image or identity you have in your mind, whoever you believe yourself to be, you're pushing that out in the outside world, the world of the five senses reflects it back to you. So you can want something, but when you're seeing something and not having it, because all we have is a powerful eternal now, I don't have it, and you're stuck at a story from the past, because the past only exists in your mind, in your memory, then you're creating more of the same. So you're manifesting, not having, because you're not being. The shift and the powerful, powerful transformation is to embody who you prefer to be. And all of this entails getting clear. You have to be clear about what your limiting beliefs are. What have I been believing? What old programming do I have from my parents, from society, from culture, where I believe I have to struggle to get what I want, where I believe I'm not worthy, where I believe only a certain kind of person gets what they want, but I never will, where I believe that I always get treated this way. And if you have a pattern in your life, it is because you have some sort of limiting belief that you keep playing over and over and over in the movie of your life. And everything is just a movie if you look at it like that. So the key is to right now, in the powerful eternal now, because we only have right now the present, is to embody, imagine myself already being means right now, being and having the good that I desire. So you get very clear about what your limiting beliefs are. You can write them down and then flip and shift to, instead of being not having, not being all the negative stuff, you shift into I have, I am, I'm good, people treat me well. You imagine yourself, you visualize yourself, you do all these techniques around that to reprogram your mind, to override the old programming, the limiting beliefs that just don't serve you anymore. You embody. You fake it till you make it, but you're not really faking it. You're just stepping into a higher version of you. It always happens in the mind. It always happens in thought first. In imagination, it's your most powerful tool. You embody that higher version of you. You live from this place. And at first, it may not feel real because you're in a habit of being the old version of you, the weak, the unempowered, the one who played small. And so you're not used to operating and thinking from this place. You have to train your mind. And yes, you do have power over your mind. It's a muscle you strengthen. When you embody this version of you, because your mind is going to want to take you to what you know, to that habit. You're just in a habit. You want to break that habit when you have that awareness, interrupt the pattern, and then reprogram and override with new powerful beliefs intentionally. You will your mind and decree it and say, this is who I am. Anything after your I am, you're professing, you're declaring, you're telling your mind, this is who I am. You tell yourself who I am when you write it, when you talk about yourself, in your mind when you're talking to yourself, all that self-talk and self-dialogue. And also your I am is reflected in who you believe other people are. Because whatever you believe about other people and how they treated you in the past, if you're still stuck in that old story, then your I am is, I don't get what I want. I don't get the treatment I want. I don't get the marriage. He's not committing. I don't get the money. I don't get the promotion. I don't get the love and support. And listen, I got into this because I was stuck in these old patterns too, and I continue reprogramming old beliefs. I always have awareness. We're always in process. If you're alive, if you're breathing, you're always in process. But the masterful part is that now you know how to shift. Now you know how to say, this isn't working for me. What do I prefer? Who am I? This is who I am. Who am I being? And I am choosing intentionally and willing myself to be the version of me who gets correct treatment, who's treated well. I embody this version of me. You have to release the fear, because if you're living in fear, then there is a belief, a limiting belief within you, then you don't really believe what you're doing. If you're doubting, then you're not living in certainty and faith and trust. All those fear, looking for evidence, you're not trusting. And faith is trusting in the unseen and believing that everything is conforming. Because whoever you think you are, that is what the mirror is reflecting back to you. And we get stuck in these traps of, well, here he is. Like if an ex shows up treating you the way that it was, and you're still telling that story, then you're still stuck in that pattern of he's the old version of him, therefore I'm the old version of me. You may understand it intellectually. You can understand things intellectually, and I used to know this too, but if you're not embodying, you're not stepping into this version of you, because everything is a reflection of you. Everything, you're the one telling the story, you're the narrator, you're the one creating you're imagining what is, and you're always imagining and you're always visualizing. So why not start imagining and visualizing in your favor? Yes, you're that powerful. You're always in control. It's literally just training your thoughts and what you talk to yourself. And you can choose every moment to say, no, that's no longer me, not in my reality. This is who I am, and this is what I get. This is who I am. This is who I am, an incredible, powerful, magnetic woman who loves herself and chooses herself. And therefore, people show up reflecting me. You don't get stuck in fear and doubt and lack and not good enough. If you're still stuck in those emotions, it's because somewhere deep down inside of you, you're still holding on to those limiting beliefs. So your work every day, your inner work every day, is to override that old thinking, to release, detach, and program new beliefs, new thoughts until they're automatic, until you don't recognize that old version of you. You look in your past with detachment and you say, this isn't me anymore. And our emotions are really a barometer, a gauge of where we are. You want to operate from authenticity. Who am I being? If you're operating from authenticity, which is the highest emotion, on the Spain scale of emotions, authenticity is when you're really vibrating at a high level because you're being who you are. When you are who you are without hiding, without holding in your voice, you operate from authenticity. You choose yourself, you love yourself. And whoever you are being, the outside world will conform to reflect that. The mirror will show that to you. So every day ask yourself, who am I being? Or choose intentionally to step into and live your life embodying the version of you who does what's good for them, who chooses themselves, who prioritizes themselves, who loves himself, who accepts himself, who trusts that everything's working out in her favor, who trusts that life is always supporting you, and you amplify and magnify those beliefs. Law of increase, whatever you focus on, whatever you give your energy to, you amplify, you magnify. Take your attention from what you don't want. It's just a habit and a pattern, and you create new patterns, new beliefs. You operate from this place, you will transform your life. You get to decide who you are. Stop giving your power away. You're that powerful. Believe in yourself and trust yourself. And allow yourself to believe that you're so worthy of this incredible life. When you just allow yourself to believe, give yourself permission to believe that you're so worthy of an incredible life, and you dwell in that energy, you will see things, your outside world, the world of the five senses, transform before your eyes. And then you will be intuitively guided to move in a certain direction, figuring out what is the next right step. What is the next right step? And how do you know you're moving in the right direction? You have peace about it. You don't have to ask, you don't doubt, you don't question, because you're trusting and believing that everything is always working out in your favor. Okay, that's how it works. Thanks for joining me on this video, and I'll see you on the next one. And please leave your comments below. Make sure you're following me and share this video with whomever you think would benefit from this message.